Hi there ladies, Manisha here, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm sharing with you some nail art inspo and different ideas on how you can use Madam Glams' latest release. So these are their September 2019 release, and they're a metallic gel polish collection, so you buy all these colors individually. So currently there's 13 colors plus a silver available, and you will require a base coat, so it's kind of like a 4-part system. And I have got a review video of the colors that I've been sent for review, and I'll link that video for you so you can check that out. Now I have actually got a 30% off discount code, which is Manisha30, so I'll link that for you and list it for you down below. And if you want to check out other Madam Glam goodies that they have available, they've got a massive range of different nail art products, quality nail art products. You can use that 30% off discount code on those as well. So just be sure to check out the information available for you just down in the description box below, and I will link obviously the swatch video, and I'll just sort of do a voice over and explaining what I'm doing. So today's idea was just to give you some inspiration and different ways you can use these. I've just shown the original way and then obviously the jelly, so there's two different versions already here, but I just thought that'd be great to use in different nail art techniques as well. So that's what this video is about. So if you're interested to see what I come up with, just stay tuned. So for the first design, I'm just going to be using this Moira stamping plate. It's the stained glass stamping plate. So all the products I'll be using in this video, I will actually list everything for you down in the description box below. So all the plate names, obviously all the direct links to the Madam Glam products that I've used. So I'm just using a fine detail brush to pick up the different jelly polishes, the metallic polishes here. And I'm applying it just with a fine detail brush to the areas where I want the colour to be. So you can actually blend these colours together to form a sort of seamless gradient or transition from one colour to another. They're very, very easy to work with, and I did actually have lots of fun creating this design. I think this is kind of you know, one of the best ways you can actually use them, because they are transparent. Whatever you have as the base will pop through and show through. So in this instance we are using the metallic silver, and yeah, so that's that first design done there. So I'm just going to cure that off camera. Now you can actually flash cure each colour in between if you want to for about 10 seconds in the lamp. And once I've done a full cure, I will actually go ahead and do a coat of top coat and cure that fully as well. So this next design, I'm just going to do a series of colour blocks down the centre of the nail. So I'm just using some wide striping tape as my guide, just so I can kind of stay in between the lines. So I'm just picking random colours here and just applying them to the nail. I haven't actually flash cured any of these. I mean, the jellies are actually fairly thick anyway, so they don't feel like they're going to run off the nail or anything like that. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going to remove the striping tape, cure that, and then I actually added some narrow striping tape later on just off camera. For my third design, I'm going to be using a fan brush. So all of these designs so far I've done on the silver base, which I have shown in the other video on how to do that. But you can do these designs quite easily on a clear base as well, so you can do like a jelly design. So my next design, I'm going to be doing a ombre, just using one of the colours. So that one's called Day Off, I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, so what I'm doing is applying the colour, curing, and then adding more of it and just sort of saturating the tip of the nail so you get more intense colour that way. I really do like this look, and it's nice and easy to achieve. And then next up, I thought I'd do another gradient sort of with the fan brush, but this time on a clear tip, and this sort of gives more of a jelly effect. And I'm actually doing it on a slight sort of cross, like a diagonal, instead of going down the nail or across the nail. I thought it just add a little bit more interest. So just build up your colour, and you can just cure in between to get more intense colour. So next up, I've actually stamped on a leaf design. This is from another Moira plate, and I'm just using the colours again to do the lead lighting technique. So this is the same concept as the first one I shared, but the only difference is it's actually on a clear base instead of a silver base. Now I did realise at the end of the video that the other way I could have done this was to do it on a white background. I actually didn't even think about it till later on. I sort of had an idea and I thought, oh, why didn't I do that for the video? But I'd actually kind of finished filming and packed everything away when I realised, and I'm just doing this voiceover kind of the next day, so yeah, it was an afterthought, but I do like how they've all turned out. And then this next one I'm just doing with a Sharpie marker. So if you're not into nail stamping, you can just use a Sharpie marker or just some gel paint or gel polish or even nail polish, and just sort of draw some black lines on. I'm just going to go off them again, over them again and off the camera, because I just wanted to make a more intense, thicker line. And I found it really hard to do it under the camera while I was filming. And all I'm doing with this one is just colouring in between, and then once I've finished all of the different colours, I'm just going to cure that. Now you could just use one colour or two colours for this technique, and you can go sort of do a grid pattern or do a plaid design or pretty much colour block, anything you really want to. So for the next one, I'm going to use the Madam Glams art gel. So it's like a blossom gel. I'm going to use that on the nail wet, so I haven't cured it at this stage. And all I'm doing is picking up parts of the, the different colours, and just making some sort of floral designs on the nail. So you can kind of see it's almost like in a sort of teardrop shape. And what this will do is it kind of disperses the polish and gives a sort of halo effect to the gel. It's a really nice effect, and it will sort of soften over time. You'll see the pink continue to spread. So you do have to sort of work fairly quickly when you're working with these, and just make sure you pop it in the lamp when you're happy with how far the the polishes have spread. Obviously the less amount of time you allow it to to spread, the more intense the color is going to be. And then I'm just going to cure that in the lamp. Once that's cured, I'm just going to add a little bit of white with some stamping polish to the centers. Okay, so I'm back with the final swatches. So some I've done on camera and some I've just done off camera, only because of you sort of get the gist of what I was doing. So first up, we've got an ombre one. So we've sort of done a couple of different ombre ones. Actually, I've done 3, and these were both done with sponging. So I sort of just used one color on this one here, just using sort of the sponge applicator. You can use just your cosmetic sponge if you want to. And I sort of found I had to build up the layers a little bit, so I just cured each layer, flash cured each layer in the lamp for about 10 seconds, and then sort of proceeded to add more colour to the tips. And I've done the same with this one, but I've added purple on this one, and then I've just done it like a butterfly stamp. So that's those 2 there. Show you a little bit more of a close-up. And so yeah, that's those 2 there. So I thought they turned out quite good, and they were nice and fast to do too, which was really good. So that's those. So you can obviously use whatever colour combination you want to. Then I've done a couple with the fan brush technique, which is really fast at doing, even faster than the other technique. It just, however, does leave a few lines. So if you don't mind having sort of lines and things like that showing, then that's fine, and that's a really quick way to do it. So I've done 3 colours on each. This one I've just done as a jelly design, so you can kind of see, and I've gone on a bit of an angle, whereas that one I've gone straight across. So that's those 2 there. And then I did a little bit of LED lighting. So these 3 here. And what I've done is with these 2, I've just stamped a design on. This one I've just done it on a clear tip, and then that one's on the silver, and I've just used the colours to colour them in, cured them. This one I just did a few squiggles with a Sharpie marker. So I mean, if you're not into nail stamping, you can just sort of freehand it. Yeah, and then that was really quick to do too, and then you just basically coloured them in and cured, and then I've top coated all of these obviously. But it just goes to show different ways that you can use the same polishes. This is another one that I did. I just used a little bit of striping tape to mask off some of the area, and then I've just added each colour, removed the striping tape, cured it, and then just put in this like a narrower striping tape. So you can build this design up and make it as more complex as you want to, or just keep it nice and simple. You could just have that as an accent nail if you wanted to. So yeah, that's a little bit of fun. And then the last one you saw me doing was this one here, which I just used Madam Glams Blossom Gel, their art gel. So that's just used, you know, obviously all these silver ones I've done off camera. You will see me doing them in the other video, but I've just used the silver base again for that one, and then just used a couple of the colours, sorry, 3 of the colours, 2 into little flowers, and then I've just added some dots, and then once I cured that I just used a little bit of stamping polish just to do the little white detailing, and then I top coated that. So those are all the designs I've come up with. I'm sure there's like many more ways that you can use these. Really, you're just sort of, the sky's, you know, the limit. You you know, use your imagination, come up with different ideas and different color combinations. Obviously if you've got more than one color, you can come up with more than you know, lots and lots of different ways of using them. You can keep it as simple or as complex as you want to. So I mean, these are so versatile. I really do recommend them. I mean, it's just going to add to my color range, and you know, things that I can do with gel polishes, and I've, you know, like you can do them on a solid or a clear base too. I'm sure these would look amazing on white. Actually, I've just had a light bulb moment, so you could do these over white and they'd look really nice and bright too. So that would be great for kind of like this LED lighting or stained glass effect, as well as the blossom part there. So yeah, just let me know if you've got a favorite there amongst them. You know, I've just really enjoyed doing it, and if you've got any queries or questions, so if you need further clarification on how I've done any of these, if I haven't explained myself properly, just let me know. Drop me a question down below. Don't forget that 30% off discount code, and thanks again Madam Glam for sending these out. I've just really enjoyed myself using them, and I'm sure there's many more combinations and different ways that you can use them too. So apart from that, ladies, thanks for stopping by. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is free to do so, and I'm also over on Instagram. You'll find a direct link for my Instagram account down below. And apart from that, have a great day wherever you are. Bye for now.